Madhav Nalapat, in fact, TSG editor, is joining me live on the call. Appreciate you joining me live this morning, and thank you very much for speaking to us, sir. As there are a lot of issues and there are a lot of subjects to look forward to from this bilateral meeting that we're putting in perspective. But what remains to be, in fact, the most concerning as far as the tariff policy and the trade is concerned. Share your thoughts, please, on what the Trump's tariffs policy that has sent shockwaves across the world will also mean in these bilateral talks.
Look, the fact of the matter is that tariffs have been a favorite weapon of President Trump for a long time. But I'd like to say that India, there is some good news for the United States and the whole world in that Tulsi Gabbard has been confirmed as the Director of National Intelligence. As the DNI, she's the official who reports to President Trump every morning with the daily presidential brief, which is a summary of the important intelligence that has been gleaned by the intelligence services of the United States. Every morning, the first official whom the president meets is DNI Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard comes from Hawaii. Her mother was Polynesian, and her father Caucasian. She is a very devout Hindu. She's a very strong supporter of a strong America, a very strong supporter of President Trump. She was actually in the Democratic Party, but then what happened was, but because of the fact that she is a very truth-telling person, she tells truth to power, she fell foul of Hillary Clinton, one of the most powerful people in the Democratic Party, and unfortunately an individual who is still very influential in that party. And as a consequence, Tulsi Gabbard was finally joined the Republican Party, and she has been a supporter of President Trump from the Democratic side, just as RFK Jr. has been. And she was confirmed last morning U.S. time as the Director of National Intelligence. So that's an extremely important job. And in that job, she's going to be reporting daily to the President on the intelligence that is gleaned from across the world. So I think this is very good news for the U.S. for a simple reason that Tulsi Gabbard is a very fair-minded person, and she gave an undertaking to senators that she will ensure that all the details are placed before the President. And unlike some DNIs in the past, she's not going to cherry-pick and show the President only those details that she personally favors. She will have all the options laid out to him, but of course, she will have her own personal view on that. So I think that's a very, very important factor because Tulsi Gabbard knows India very well. She has been to India multiple times, and that is a very, very important factor. There are other individuals who are in the Trump administration who have been confirmed, like Waltz, who also know India very well and who has worked closely with the Indian Americans in the past. So I would like to say that overall, the new Trump team is shaping out to be such as will understand the importance of India in the security calculus of the United States. So yes, tariffs are going to be an issue. The United States is one of the very few countries with which India has a trade surplus, but the trade surplus is very small compared to the huge trade surplus that the United States has with China. And the entire rivalry now is in the Indo-Pacific, and you have very assertive expansionist China, which has practically taken over the whole of the South China Sea, which in my view should be renamed by President Trump the ASEAN Sea. And with such matters, India is central. So I would like to say that I am very hopeful that these matters will be smoothed out, especially because Prime Minister Modi and President Trump do share a very strong personal rapport. And I'm
All right,
informed that
Professor
Prime
Madhav
Minister
Nalapat,
Modi-
thank you very much for giving us your